Well, hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper. It's Wednesday, and it's also the first Wednesday of February, and that means it's time for the Global Monthly Video Hop. And our theme this month is our favorite sweet. Now, I have to say, I was a little conflicted, and I'm not sure if I really have a favorite sweet. I have a lot of ones that I like a lot. So I thought, you know what? It's February, it's almost Valentine's Day, and see, I'm wearing red for the occasion and bright red lipstick. And so I wanted to use the Country Floral Lane Suite. Now, I know that in North America, this punch is not right now on back order. You can't get the punch. Well, big deal. You can cut out those few hearts that you need. You can fussy cut them, or you can just use the beautiful paper without the punch. The paper is really what I like the most, and I'm going to show you some of that first, okay? And before I go any further, I just want to encourage you that in the description under the video, there will be links to all the other talented demonstrators who are participating in this global video hop. So hop on over and you will be inspired. I'm representing Canada. I've been a Canadian demonstrator for 17 years, but I am now also a demonstrator in Europe. So you can also join my team or shop with me in Europe. All the links will be below. I'm super excited about that. So let's have a look. And here you see, and you know what? I'm zoomed in quite a lot. I'm going to zoom out, which means you might see some of my messy desk. So we have some of the paper here. Now, I love the bicycles, okay? I'm not using that. And then I'm going to flip to, well, no, I won't. I'll stay on task. Stay on task, Jackie. Here is the rest of the paper. Do I have it all? I think I do. You're getting a good look at that bicycle paper. This is the heart paper that coordinates with the punch. And then this you can fussy cut. I don't know if there's a punch that matches this heart, but I fussy cut the ones that I need. And then this is the rest of the paper. So there's blue and there's pink. Put it in non-Stampin' Up! Colors. I think it's petal pink, balmy blue, mint macaron, pale papaya, sweet sorbet. So those are the colors. So that's the Country Floral Lane paper. And then there's also the beautiful Country Gingham paper. It's 6 by 6. The other was 12 by 12. So it comes in the sweet sorbet and in the petal pink. And then look, on the other side, it comes in balmy blue and mint macaron. So this paper is just fantastic. Love it, love it, love it so much. Here's the punch that goes with it. It will be available again in April, okay? And then I'm using this quatrefoil embossing. And this is what it looks like when it's embossed. I don't know, can you see that? Yeah, it's really, really pretty. And then this is the stamp set that goes with it. And actually, I'm not using the stamp set at all. How terrible is that? I could, and maybe I will in the inside. Yeah, here, I'll show you another sample card. This is a very simple card made from this paper. And I did use the stamp here. So I don't think I did anything in the inside. No, not yet. So that's that. And then I also made a card using the milkshake bundle. And that this paper is all from the Country Lane Suite as well. So isn't that pretty? So that gives you a little bit of inspiration. Now I have to say that the card that I'm using today is being cased from Berdine Weidevelt. Berdine Weidevelt. She is an artisan design team member from the Netherlands. And I'm using, I don't know, I didn't see any measurements or anything, so I'm just doing it my way. I'm using a large Memories and More card. Then I've taken a 4 by 6 piece of white cardstock and embossed it. That's going to be the next layer. And then this is 3 inches by 5 inches. And I've used the die, this die. Any guesses where it's from? It does this. I'm going to be using that. I'm going to be using this paper. And I'm going to be using this paper. So let's cut a piece of that first, and then I'm going to show you the other stamp set or the other dies that I'm using. I'm cutting this a little bit wider than it has to be, like so. So that is about, an inch and a half. It doesn't matter. What I want is these hearts in a row here. So this is 5 inches long, because we're going to put that on our white piece. And then before I get started, I'm going to show you the dies. Take a peek. There's this one. Oh no, and I didn't use this one. This one cuts it out. So there's these 2 dies, and they are from Now think about it. I'm going to give you a minute to think. They're from hand pen petals. Okay. And I'm not using the stamp. I'm not even using nothing. I'm just using the dies, which are the pen floral dies, number 155557. And there is one more stamp set that I am using, but I have to find it for you for a minute. Okay, I'm using the Happy Labels stamp set. Life is Better with You, because I'm making a Valentine's card for Gerard, my husband, and Love You and Miss You. That one's going to go to my daughter in Canada. So, and this Happy Label set goes with this punch. So I might have time at the end of the video to show you how this punch works, okay, if I don't forget. So I have stamped those sayings, Life is Better with You and Love You and Miss You. I stamped those with Versamark on Mossy Meadow and embossed in white, okay? So now I'm going to move this mess all out of the way and we're going to get started with some stamping. Okay, we're going to start with the easy part. We're going to take the 4" by 6" embossed piece of cardstock and we're going to adhere it to our large Memories and More card. And the large Memories and More card is 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. So this will leave about 1/4 inch of a boundary or border, not really a boundary. Man, you can't tell that I've been stamping for 17 years. Here. So we're just going to press that down. And now what I did to measure this piece, I wanted an even border around. So since this is 4 by 6, this white piece is 3 by 5. I've just taken 1 inch off. So I'm going to start with gluing this piece down on this side because I want those hearts to be seen. So I'm just basically taking you through my creative process and how I decide and why I decide to do what I do. It's not difficult, but sometimes if you know, the things that you do, you take for granted because you've been doing them for so long. So there. I've made sure that the corners line up perfectly. And now I just need a little piece of this to go up on there. So it doesn't have to be this wide because I could cut another one on this side. So I'm going to trim that down. It also lessens the bulk. You don't need it to be so bulky. And a huge thanks to Berdine for posting this and sharing it. I had to dig up what she used because that wasn't in the description. So I've done that work for you. And I have not seen Berdine do videos. So, and she's Dutch, so she'd be doing it in Dutch. So actually, I'm hoping that this is all okay. The artisan team, they do their work to inspire us. So Berdine, again, 1,000 thanks. I just love this card so much. I love the red. I love Gingham. I love Hearts. It's just super adorable. Now mine is going to be slightly simpler than Berdine's. Oh, I did this upside down. I want that to go like so. And then I have a piece here that's 5 inches long and I didn't know exactly how wide to make it. So I'm going to glue it on and then I'll trim the excess off. So here I'm going to put the glue on the card, which is a really unusual thing to do. Normally you put your glue on the paper that you're going to be putting on. But I'm doing it a little bit backwards. So I'm going to lay this on and I just want it to go up to that stitched line. I want to see the stitched line. And I'm using liquid glue so that I can slide it into place. So you can see that little line of white at the top there. I don't want that. It means I'm slightly crooked. There. Now it looks good, even though it looks crooked on my paper. It does a little bit, actually. Well, let's see. It's okay. Now I'm going to turn it around and just trim off this green part. And then I have my section that's going to go on the card, and it'll be perfectly centered. And you know, when I first started making cards, I would put it down and then I would trim a little bit off. And yeah, I would end up wasting some cardstock, but you can just play around. So this is going to go on here. Look at, isn't that just gorgeous? I can't quite see the, yeah, now you can see the detail in the embossing. My studio where I film is not at all professional. I'm working in a bedroom upstairs in, well, Gerard's house, my husband. I guess it's kind of my house too then, but I still don't look at it as that. And we're only going to be here for another 11 months, and then we move to the other greenhouse. So, and then I hope to set up more of a professional room, but Can't have everything right away. I'll press that down. I could have popped this up as well with dimensionals, but I just thought of that now. And now we're going to put this die cut on. We're going to layer things. And then a heart, and then this little heart. And I don't know where I'm going to put this little guy yet. I'm just laying things out. I'm not, and maybe we'll zoom in a little bit so you can see better. I have to be careful when I zoom in that I don't move it around. Okay, and then we're going to do a few leaves. And I'll tuck these all into place. I'm just playing right now, deciding what I want where, and maybe that, I don't know if I want that on top or underneath. Not sure. And then the saying, life is better with you. And I might trim that down to make it smaller, or love you and miss you. So now that I know how, and I think I'll lower that whole bunch down like so. Oops, like that. That's kind of how I like it. Okay, so now we have to put it all together. Okay, the view has changed slightly. This is my silicone mat, and I'm going to use my glue sponge, which I keep in a bag. It's an ugly thing, but it still works. Make a small puddle of glue, and then take your glue sponge, flatten it out, and then I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of this. You could use adhesive sheets too. I'm all out, and maybe I'll show you that another time. If you'd like me to do that, put it in the comments, and that will remind me. Okay, so now this is going to go about like so. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Okay. It's down. I've made my decision. Okay. This is going to go flat, and then I'm going to pop up. No, you know what? I might pop them all up. Just one dimensional. I'm going to tuck a dimensional right on the top and leave edges so that if I have to tuck anything, I can. Here. And here. And then this little guy, I'm just going to put a little bit of, I could use a glue dot too. I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive here. Put it like so. And some leaves, although maybe I might first do this. Let's see. Yeah, and actually, I'm going to grab my scissors. And I'm just going to trim it down a little bit. It's amazing. This just takes the bulk out of it a little bit. And then small dimensionals, some mini dimensionals. And I'm even going to use, I was going to use black ones here, just because I don't want to take the chance that it extends. You don't want dimensionals showing. I'm going to go on either side. Let's see how that goes. And then I'm going to tuck the leaves in. Oh, not upside down, Jackie. Oh, and you know what? I didn't take the backing off of that one. Then it doesn't work. Well, that actually works out perfectly. One on this side, one on that side. Love you and miss you. And now I want to tuck in some leaves here. So what I'll do I want it like that? Yeah. A little bit of liquid glue. Oh, that was way too much. Okay, you know what you do then? I have too much on this one. I'm just going to borrow. Put that upside down. And then I have some light leaves too. Well, I have a new glue thing, and then it really comes out fast. And if you're used to working with an old one, then it doesn't go so well. You know what? I just there. Let's see, what color is that? It's nice when you have things that they're popped up a little so that you can tuck things underneath. Do I want another one this way? Might be enough. There. I like that. I like that just the way it is. And now I have one more thing I want to use, and that's this. I love these little dots. Now I will share the links for the products in my description underneath my video. And I like to put the big one near the bottom. I love it that this has 3 sizes and 3 colors. They're just so nice. They're one of my favorite embellishments. I seem to really like the matte gloss. You can see me struggling. It's sliding along. Some people have great nails. I do not. And maybe just a little bitty one. Anyway, some embellishments I don't love as much, but these I just love. I seem to like the solids more than, oh, I just dropped it. And now, where do I want this one? Here. I do struggle sometimes with where to put them, I have to say. It does make a difference, and you can take them off. You know what? That's okay. It just adds some interest to your card. Isn't it beautiful? I really like it. Okay, I did promise that I would show you the, oh yeah, and I want to show you this too. I don't like this so solid, so you can cut around. And I'm not going to do the whole thing. I just want to show you. And you can just go like so. And if you twist the paper as you cut, and then that'll go just straight across till we get the other loopy. We do have a stamp set with all the words that does have dies that do this, which is really nice. Maybe I'll put the link for that set in there too. It was a set designed by Lisa Curcio. Oh, now I'm doing almost the whole thing, but you get the idea of how nice it will look. Even as far as I am, you can see how nice that looks. Small rather than chunky. So I'll have those cards perhaps on my blog. I'm not sure. I don't think I'll blog about this one because this is Berdine's card. But I love it so much. Okay, so this punch cuts out an inch, 3/4 of an inch, and a 1/2 inch. So that's super cool. Now let's do it. So you turn your punch upside down and you move this, and that unlocks it. I'm just going to move this out of the way. And then you take your piece and you slide it in as far as it goes. There. And that's the end of that one. And we'll stamp it first, I think. And then I'll do the end of this one. Here's the 1/2 inch, or the 3/4 of an inch. Push it all the way in as far as it goes. And that one has a more dainty scallop. And then I think for the skinny one, we'll do the dainty scallop as well. Keep going. Did I push it far enough? I did. Okay, so now we're going to use the Stamparatus, and I'm going to lay that on here with my magnet. And let's put, this is the stamp set, Happy Label. So life is better with you. You're going to be amazing parents. You've got the biggest heart. I'm so happy you were born. There's no one like you. I just want to hug you. Just a note, love you and miss you. You are my happy place. Yay, thank you, and hello. So pretty awesome. I think that I'm going to do, you're going to be amazing parents. And what's nice about it is that they fit exactly with, now, what did I not think of? I didn't think of an ink pad. Oh, here, we'll just go with black. Black. And then, now I haven't used this punch yet at all. So I'm curious, I'm going to do that one more time. That's what's nice about the Stamparatus. You can stamp again and again, and look how nice and dark it is. It doesn't move. And if you buy the Stamparatus, you'll get a free celebration item until the end of February. Okay, so now what I want to do, I haven't exactly figured out, okay, that's the amount that gets cut off. So let's take our paper trimmer, and we're going to trim it to about here. There. And now we're going to put it back in the punch. And I'm not going to do all the sizes. You get the point, I think. So now we're going to push it back in the punch. And make sure you push it as far as it goes. Make sure it stays even. And you're punching blindly. But look at that. Isn't that great? Okay, you know what? I kind of want to do another one. Yeah, let's do one more. I couldn't resist. I want to see how it looks on the skinny one. Take that off. I should have cleaned it first. You are my happy place. I like that. And here we go. You have someone like that in your life? Never underestimate the power of happy mail. Okay? Take the time to tell your loved ones how much they mean to you, and it doesn't have to be on Valentine's Day, and it doesn't have to be a romantic place. It can be a platonic friendship. That's super important. I think this might be crooked. It's a little bit crooked. That's okay. Is it? It's, wow. Oh, you know why? I see it. It's okay. I didn't put this in tightly into the corner. I'm hoping it didn't move. We're about to find out. Nope. Actually, I think it turned out, it was crooked, but my paper was in crooked too, and now it's straight. Oh, I love it when that happens. A happy accident. That makes me so happy. Okay, let's trim this down. I've got stuff flying everywhere. Now remember, there's only a little piece that comes off, so I'm just eyeballing it. Don't you love that? Maybe a bit more. Okay. And now we're going to put it in the punch again. So this is a pretty awesome punch. It's actually one punch that does 6 things. No, that's the skinny one. Okay. All the way down. Push, push, push. And let's see if it worked. Look at that. So there is that's that punch. I did way more than I was supposed to for this theme, but I'm really happy with it. I hope you love it too. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Leave me a thumbs up and a comment. That makes me so happy. And that way you won't miss any of my videos. So I hope I gave you lots of inspiration today. And I hope you have a super day. And thanks again, Berdine, for the wonderful inspiration that you gave me. Makes me so happy. I'm so glad I got to meet you in Vienna on stage. Stampin' Up! Is amazing. You meet wonderful people all over the world at classes and at events. And yeah, it's changed my life. I would love to extend that opportunity to you. Join my team either in Europe or in Canada, and hold on to your hat for the amount of fun we're going to have together. All right, take care. Bye.